Imagine looking up at the stars on a clear night, seeing thousands of tiny glowing specks. Now picture this. Each one of those stars has its own set of planets, just like our sun does. And there are billions of stars out there. But are we really alone in all of this? Could there be someone, or something, on one of those distant planets looking back at us? It's one of the oldest questions we've ever asked as humans. Is Earth the only place where life exists? Or are we part of something much, much bigger? It's a question that feels so massive, it can be a little overwhelming. But think about this. What if we're not just asking it out of curiosity? What if we're close to actually finding out the answer? Science is taking us to places we never thought possible. We're discovering new planets almost every day. Some of them are surprisingly like Earth, similar size, orbiting stars like our sun, and they might even have water. But here's the thing that gets me. With all these discoveries, we're still left wondering, why haven't we heard from anyone yet? To start answering that, we need to get our heads around just how huge the universe really is. I know we've all heard that it's big, but it's a kind of big that's hard to even imagine. Let's break it down. Our solar system is just one tiny part of the Milky Way galaxy. Now, the Milky Way has somewhere around 100 to 400 billion stars. That's a mind-blowing number, right? But our galaxy is just one of 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Every one of those galaxies has billions, sometimes trillions, of stars. It's almost impossible to wrap your head around. So, if there are so many stars with so many planets orbiting them, doesn't it make sense that some of those planets must have life on them? The numbers seem to say it's likely, almost inevitable. NASA's Kepler mission tells us there could be as many as 300 million Earth-like planets in our galaxy alone. 300 million. That's not just a number. Think about what that really means. There could be hundreds of millions of planets where life might exist, just in our neighborhood. And yet, despite those staggering odds, there's this strange silence. It feels like the universe should be buzzing with life, but we haven't heard a thing. Let's talk about what we've been doing to find life beyond Earth. For decades, we've been scanning the skies for any sign of a signal, anything that could suggest someone's out there trying to communicate. One of the most famous efforts is called SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. It's pretty simple. They use huge radio telescopes to listen to the universe, hoping to catch a signal that isn't just random noise. And you know what? We might have already gotten something. Back in 1977, a strange signal was picked up by an astronomer named Jerry Ehman. He was scanning the skies with one of those giant telescopes when he noticed something unusual on his data. It was a burst of radio waves so unique that he circled it and wrote the word "wow" next to it. It's still called the wow signal to this day. What's wild is that no one's ever been able to explain exactly where it came from. Was it just a weird fluke, or was it something more? It only lasted for about 72 seconds, and then it was gone. But here's the thing, we've never heard anything like it again. And that's not the only one. There've been other mysterious signals too, like the ones from FRB 112102, a series of fast radio bursts coming from a galaxy 3 billion light-years away. Now, these bursts are strange. They're incredibly powerful, but they last just milliseconds. Imagine that. A signal so short, you'd miss it if you blinked, yet it releases as much energy in that split second as our sun does in an entire day. But we still don't know what's causing these bursts. Could it be some natural cosmic event, like black holes colliding? Or is it possible that these are signals from a civilization far more advanced than us? Okay, so we know the universe is huge. We know there are millions of planets out there that could support life. And we've even picked up strange signals that we can't fully explain. But here's the weird part. If life is so likely, why haven't we actually seen anything? Why haven't we met anyone or found undeniable proof that we're not alone? This question is known as the Fermi Paradox, and it's one of the biggest puzzles out there. Named after the physicist Enrico Fermi, it asks, where is everybody? If intelligent civilizations are so common, shouldn't we have seen some sign of them by now? One possible explanation is that civilizations might destroy themselves before they get a chance to make contact. Maybe the reason we haven't heard from anyone is that advanced civilizations tend to self-destruct through war, overuse of resources, or some other catastrophe. It's a grim thought, but it's one of the possibilities that we have to consider. Another theory is that we're just too early in the game. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, but human civilization has only been around for about 6,000 years. And we've only had technology like radios and telescopes for the last 100 years. That's a blink of an eye on the cosmic scale. What if we're simply one of the first civilizations to reach this level of development? Or maybe other civilizations are just so advanced that we're like ants to them. They might be out there, but we're not even worth noticing. Now here's where things get a little more unsettling. There's a growing body of evidence that suggests we might have already been visited. In recent years, governments around the world have released footage of UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, what most of us call UFOs. These objects have been caught on radar and by pilots, moving at speeds that seem impossible with our current technology. They've been recorded flying in ways that defy the laws of physics. No wings, no visible engines, yet they're zipping across the sky at hypersonic speeds. Some of these sightings have been explained as natural or human-made phenomena, but many remain a complete mystery. In 2021, the US government released a report on 144 UAP sightings, and guess what? They could only explain one of them. That leaves 143 sightings completely unexplained. Are these advanced drones? Or could they be visitors from somewhere far beyond Earth? But here's the exciting part. We might not have to wait for distant radio signals or UFOs to know we're not alone. We could find life much closer, within our own solar system. Mars has long been a candidate for life, but now we're also looking at moons like Europa and Enceladus. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, has a massive ocean beneath its icy surface. NASA scientists believe that ocean might have the right conditions for life to form. They're even planning missions to drill into the ice and see what's down there. Can you imagine? Finding living organisms swimming around on a moon right in our backyard. Even Mars might surprise us. A few years ago, we found something remarkable: methane in the Martian atmosphere. On Earth, most of the methane comes from living things, like bacteria. Could that be the case on Mars? What if there's something alive beneath the surface producing that methane? And beyond our solar system, we're using the brand new James Webb Space Telescope to look at the atmospheres of distant planets, hunting for gases like oxygen and methane, gases that, on Earth, are almost always linked to life. Here's where we are now. The more we search, the more it feels like we're on the edge of a groundbreaking discovery. With each new exoplanet, each mysterious signal, and each strange object caught in the sky, the question grows louder. Are we really alone? And if we're not, what would that mean for us? How would we change as a species if we knew, without a doubt, that we're part of something bigger than just life on Earth? If this journey through the universe has made you more curious, hit the subscribe button. At Universal Insights, we're diving into the greatest mysteries of existence, from the search for extraterrestrial life to the secrets of the cosmos. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think we're alone in the universe? Or is there something out there we just haven't found yet? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends who are just as curious as you.